Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. I'm Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
It's good to have you folks along. Thanks for listening and or watching. Just want you to know, Brent, I got my magic socks back on today.
Oh, good. So you found your socks, all right?
Not bothering me, so
good.
That's good. But I would ask you, though, even though I have my magic socks on,
yes,
and they're not going down into my shoes, and it's just good to have them back. I would appreciate if you wouldn't badger or tease me today. I don't think it's necessary.
Okay, Dave. I'll try to refrain.
Thank you.
You bet, Dave.
Do you know it got up to 61 degrees last night?
I do know that because I was out here working after the volleyball match, and I went out to, it had actually started raining pretty good by then by the time I left, and I'm like, boy, it almost feels like spring out here. I'm like, it's not cold. And, actually, let me take that back. It was really coming out of the gym at Anselmo Myrna when I kind of thought to myself, man, it's almost warm out. There was mist and a little rain in the air, And then I got into the car and I drove back, and I don't think the temperature gauge ever got below 60. Yeah. When I drove back from the game, I'm like, wow, this is kind of odd.
It was a little touch of spring in the nighttime hours. It was only 54 at 5 o'clock, and it struggled all day to, get above 50 and get to that 54 mark. That was at 5 o'clock, and like you, Joan went out to feed the cats later in the evening. She said, gosh, it smells like spring out, and it's so warm. And we checked this morning, and it was 61 at 11 o'clock last night. So then it went the other direction, and was 42 degrees this morning. So, and that's where we're at right now. And we still have a little rain in the air. By the way, if you're just tuning in, we picked up, 2,200 hundredths precipitation overnight. The airport had a couple more hundredths than that. So that wets things down a little bit for a short period of time, and that's good, right?
Yeah.
Now, on Sunday night, we do have a chance of rain and or snow.
Oh, wonderful.
Just so you want to cheer everybody up.
Thanks.
My pleasure.
But not a snow event, though, or anything like that, right? Maybe just
a chance of the snow, they say.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what the accumulation factor would be, but just saying snow is something we don't like to say before we get into maybe closer to Thanksgiving. But we know in Nebraska we can have rain, snow, or tornadoes in October. So it's nothing's off the table yet as far as severe storms go, and then we'll move into worrying about blizzards and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And this part of the world, weather's a pretty important deal, so we'll watch it for you. Birthdays today.
Oh, good. Who's celebrating?
Lee Greenwood.
Oh, the country music singer.
Yep. Probably his biggest song was God Bless the USA. People think of him when they hear that song, and that was huge for him. He's 79 today.
I saw Lee Greenwood in concert way back growing up. Family went and saw him at the Hall County Fair.
No kidding.
In Grand Island, and it was kind of right in the height of his success. And oh man, he was great. He played the saxophone. He's a great saxophone player.
Really?
Yeah. It was a great show. He put on a tremendous concert.
Well, I don't know if he's still touring, but he's 79, a little older than maybe you might suspect.
I would not have guessed that. I may have guessed in his 70s, but maybe not quite that old.
Other birthdays, in fact, locally, the only birthday I have that I'm aware of, there are many others, I'm sure, is Chris Andre over in Arnold, Nebraska, celebrating her birthday today. And when my birthday occurred, I got this wonderful card in the mail and some artwork and some funny things. So thanks, Chris, for that. And wish you a happy birthday today. Chris Andre over in Arnold, celebrating a birthday. She's celebrating with Simon LeBon, who is a musician and frontman for Duran Duran.
Oh.
He's 63 today. John Cleese.
Oh, the actor.
Founded the British comedy group, the Monty Python.
Monty Python, yep.
Yep, boy, oh boy. Starred in Fawlty Towers and A Fish Called Wanda as well.
Mm-hmm.
A Fish Called Wanda was great. John Cleese is 82 today. And Gary Talent is the bass player and founding member with Bruce Springsteen's E Street Band, the only original member still in the band. I'm not sure that's true because Little Steven is in there. But anyway, Gary Talent, 72 today.
Well, great.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday to you guys. And if you're having one, happy birthday to you. 74 years ago today. Now, I don't know if you've ever watched this show, maybe some film of the old show, You Bet Your Life.
I can't say that I've ever seen it. I've heard of it. I'm familiar with, what you're talking about.
It was pretty crazy. It was a quiz show. You Bet Your Life starred Groucho Marx. Premiered on ABC Radio and then became a TV show in 1950 and ran for 11 years on NBC. And it was an hour-long show. They actually recorded it live, but edited it down to a half hour to cut out all the dull parts and the raunchier Groucho jokes.
Oh, okay.
Because he had a habit of telling jokes that were a little on the edge at that time.
I was going to say, at that time.
Yeah.
Today, they probably wouldn't be considered edgy at all, is what
Probably
I'm
not.
guessing. Maybe they still would be, but...
Groucho Marx, he was a funny guy. And that was a big show. I kind of remember that. It was one of the first game shows to come along. So started in radio, and that's a lot of the early ones started on the radio and moved to TV that was successful on radio. So little history there for you today. Shall we read the school lunch menus?
Sure, let's do.
Gosh, we're getting along well.
Yes.
I appreciate you treating me nice and not
You
badgering
bet.
me or teasing me.
Yeah, you bet, Dave. Hey, we got Sergeant's menu here today, so let's give it lasagna or macaroni and cheese, fruit cup, dinner roll, milk, and salad bar at Sargent Public School today.
Callaway, popcorn chicken, fruit, vegetables, and milk.
Loop City today, barbecue chicken sandwich or mini corn dogs with oven potatoes at Loop City.
Sandhill Schools, it's hot ham and cheese sandwiches, chips, and Rice Krispie cookies.
Ansley today, looks like ravioli on the menu.
At Arnold, it's cream chicken in a biscuit.
Let's see, I've got Anselmo Myrna here. Looks like classic beefy chili with crackers, grilled chicken sandwich, or fresh-baked turkey and cheese sub on the menu today at AM.
Popcorn chicken bowl and dinner roll at Thedford today.
SEM, hot ham and cheese and corn on the lunch menu today.
Litchfield, they're having pulled pork sandwiches, fruit, vegetables, and milk. That's our school lunch menus for today. Up next, we're going to play the game. It's Wednesday, so it's Runza Day. And Brent has a question for you. And again, if you've won recently, I give somebody else a chance to call in this morning. Here's Brent Apperson with the question of the day on The Breakfast Show.
Oh, thank you, Dave. So kind of you. Thank you, my friend.
My pleasure.
All right, we're asking questions about seafood because it's Seafood Month. Which of the following ingredients would you not find in a classic lobster bisque? Have you ever had lobster bisque? Can't say I ever have.
Don't really know. Don't remember if I did.
Well, which of these ingredients is not in a classic lobster bisque? Your choices are cream, butter, lobster, or ground beef.
Oh,
Which of those would you not find in a classic lobster bisque? Cream, butter, lobster, or ground beef? If you know the answer, call us at 872-2801.
Ben is in a sticky situation.
I got so excited for my fresh-baked Runza cinnamon rolls that I forgot to grab a napkin.
Now you got cinnamon roll fingers, and they're so ooey.
And gooey. I can't grab a spoon to dig into my delicious homemade chili.
Maybe you should call for help?
Oh, I'll call my mom. Oh, I've ruined my phone.
Worth it, though. Come get Runza's homemade chili, fresh-baked cinnamon rolls, and a napkin today. Because Runza makes it all better.
Remember, today is Pigs in a Blanket Day.
The phone is ringing now, so we'll pick it up and find out who we have here this morning. Good morning. You're on The Breakfast Show. Who are we talking to?
Good morning. This is Tina.
Tina. How are you doing, Tina?
I'm doing good. Playing in the rain.
Oh,
yeah.
boy. Yeah. Are you outside?
Yeah.
Oh, good for you. We're inside
Got
sitting
the
on...
kids to school.
Oh,
Oh, good.
good for you. Good for you. Here's Brent with your question.
Okay, Tina, have you ever had lobster bisque?
No, but I've heard about it and know of how it's made.
Okay. Well, which of these is not in lobster bisque? Is it cream, butter, lobster, or ground beef?
Ground beef.
Yeah, probably wouldn't put ground beef in lobster bisque. And because you've
Probably
answered, because you've answered correctly, we're going to give you a certificate for a free pig in a blanket that they serve on Wednesday at Runza in Broken Bow. So just come on out and see us when you can.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Tina.
Thanks, Tina.
Take care.
Have a good day.
You too.
Okay.
7:42 is your time. Another quick timeout.
Whether you're seeking curb appeal for your home or you want to do a remodel or new construction, Ansley Lumber and Supply in downtown Ansley has the materials that you'll need, from premium lumber to metal for buildings, plus GAF shingles for the roof and quality Benjamin Moore paint available in over 3,500 colors. Ask them about consultations with their pros and delivery. 935-1815. Or see them on Main Street in Ansley at Ansley Lumber and Supply.
Health insurance changes happen rapidly these days, and it's important to stay informed. Hi, this is Liana with Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. There will be 2 new carriers providing private health insurance in Nebraska for 2022, for a total of 4 carriers, and more plan options to choose from. I work with the marketplace also to find you the best rates based on your income and coverage needs. Open enrollment, if you're under age 65, starts on November 1st, and I encourage you to call and get an appointment set so we can see what plan will serve you best for 2022. Call Callaway at 308-836-2201 to schedule an appointment today.
7:43 is the time right now. 42 degrees outside. You know, I told you once before, and this goes to show you that you shouldn't put just everyone in one category. I think that's something that I will raise my hand to. You know, if you. And I was the other day was saying, you know, a lot of these new country singers really wouldn't know how to get on a horse or, you know, stack hay or anything like that. They sing with the twang, but they really don't know about the twang. But that's not true for all artists by any means, and one of those is Luke Bryan.
Oh.
You know Luke Bryan?
I do know of Luke Bryan, yes.
I don't know how much of a cowboy he is, but he's a gentleman.
Well, that's good.
Yes. Stopped and helped a single mom change her tire on a Tennessee road.
Nice.
He's, famous, but he can also change a tire. Luke Bryan happened to be in the right place at the right time on a road in Tennessee when a single mom with 2 young children blew a tire on the car. She flagged down a gray pickup and out stepped the tall glass of water, Luke Bryan.
Huh.
He was taking his boys hunting and mentioned that it would also be a good chance for them to learn how to change a tire. So needless to say, he fixed the tire and saved the day and took a picture with Mom and made everybody happy. So
well, good.
There you go. Doesn't mean that, just because you're a star doesn't mean you can not help people out and drive on by. He didn't.
That's right. Yep.
It's pretty cool.
Taking the boys hunting, it said.
Taking them hunting, teaching them how to fix a tire.
Hunting, fishing, and loving every day.
Which he likes, right?
Yeah. Well, he has a song called that.
He does, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good song. We'll take a time out real quick here. Be right back.
And action! It's Dave and Brent getting the action started on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
Off-Broadway assisted and independent living in Broken Bow has positions available. Suzanne would love to hear from you if you have questions or would like to know how to apply. Off-Broadway is currently searching to fill a part-time housekeeper and overnight med aid position, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. shift. Off-Broadway offers exceptional assisted and independent living in Broken Bow, and they would love to have you on their team. Talk to Suzanne about applying at Off-Broadway in Broken Bow.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KPBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
7:46. All right. We're talking about an old game show that started on the radio in 1950 with Groucho Marx. We're going to move up to modern day.
Okay.
500th episode of The Voice.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Coming up.
Yeah, I've watched The Voice occasionally.
Blake Shelton.
Yes.
Has been in every show.
He has. Yep, he's been the only coach that has been there from the beginning.
He's been in the rocking chair for all that time, 10 years and 21 seasons. Now, I've always wondered about this. He's a pretty active musician. Of course, COVID slowed everything down, but he tours. He makes a lot of music, and still been on that show for 10 years for 21 seasons. They must just go in and record a whole bunch of shows at one time.
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm not. Now, there is a portion of the program when you get late into the competition where they do what they call their live shows when they're like down to the final few. You know, those are live. But prior to that, that's a good question. I don't really know how they record the show, if they like bring everybody in on 2-3 days and just records different segments. I don't know. That's a good question.
Well, he's doing well at it.
Some amazing, well, that's why they call it The Voice probably, but there have been some amazing voices on that show, to say the least. There are some amazing singers out there that, well, many people don't know about.
Yeah, it's true. There's a whole lot of people out there that are as good as the ones who have made it big. And this show gives them an opportunity to show off their voices and talent. And I like it because they don't wear a mask and cover themselves up. A big gathering taking place this weekend here in Broken Bow, put on by the Independent Cattlemen. Take a listen to this.
Plan on attending the upcoming annual meeting of the Independent Cattlemen of Nebraska, or ICON, this coming Friday, October 29th, at the One Box Convention Center in Broken Bow, beginning with registration and visiting at noon on Friday. Get caught up on 50x14, new brand laws, North Platte's new packing plant, or the restoration of M. Cool. The action-packed day begins with Nebraska's first gubernatorial debate featuring Democrat, Republican, and independent candidates aspiring to the state's highest elected office. Come ask the tough questions and meet the candidates. Later in the day, Senator Steve Erdman will be joined by Mark Bronkowitz and will discuss Senator Erdman's epic consumption tax, which promises to eliminate all income, sales, and property taxes. Again, there will be plenty of time to ask Senator Erdman the tough questions and to learn how you can make a difference. Following dinner at 7, the crowd will be entertained by cowboy poet R.P. Smith and Don Shada with great cowboy poetry and song to boot. For more information, call Maureen Kane at 308-880-1505 or email independentcattleman@gmail.com.
It is about 9 minutes before the hour, and right on cue, Mr. Mike Evans is stepping into the studio from Evans Feed in Broken Bow, Nebraska, and Oconto. Excuse me. And he is getting out his notes. Throw that headset on, Mike, and we'll turn your microphone on and turn you loose to talk about cattle feed, horse feed, sheep feed, duck food, gerbils, birds, you name it. They feed it at Evans Feed in Broken Bow. How you doing, Mike?
Doing great, Dave. How are you?
Good. It's good to see you.
Do you have gerbil and hamster food?
Sure. You could give them a little bit of alfalfa pellets. That would work.
Yeah? Probably. Yeah, sure.
50-pound bag would last a lifetime.
There you
go. It really would.
Yeah.
Rabbits like alfalfa pellets,
yes,
too.
they do. Yeah. Millet. We got millet, Milo, wheat. I'm pretty sure they'd eat that if they're hungry, you know.
Sure they would.
Yeah.
They're good for them, too. They give them fiber.
Darn right.
Yeah. You're nothing worse than a constipated gerbil.
No, I would guess not.
they can help at Evans Feed.
Yes, we can help. Yeah.
Well, it cooled off. We had a little rain going on. We got a little forecast for just a dab of snow possibly on Sunday evening or Sunday. So, you know, we knew it was going to happen. But, boy, when it cools off, starts getting wet, a little bit of snow, those animals out there need a little more food.
Yeah, the grocery intake definitely goes up and calorie needs. And, yeah, it's definitely changing. And the animals are going to need some perking up.
I had a weird dream last night, Mike. I wasn't going to talk about it, but it was pretty weird. But
Oh, yeah?
It did have to do, you know, Joan has like 6 cats, I think it is now. And I had a dream last night that one of the cats, well, there was a bird in the house.
Uh-oh.
It was the same color of one of our cats, and it had a kind of feathers and hair like that. So I wouldn't know which to feed that particular animal. Would it be bird feed or cat food? Because it was colored like a cat. Its hair was a little bit like a cat, but it was a bird. As an expert feed salesman, what would you recommend?
The psychiatrist.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's where I was going. I'm like, well, a counselor might be a good place to start.
Oh, good one, Mike. That's excellent.
I'm not sure. I think I'd probably have to go with the bird feed on that one, Dave.
Okay, thank you very much.
But I am impressed that that Brent's turned over a new leaf and is being a lot nicer to you.
Oh, I know.
Well,
because it was getting pretty rough there for a while.
Pretty bad, wasn't it?
That's the kind of guy I am.
Yeah. You really come a long ways lately.
Thanks, Mike.
I don't know what makes him that way. I just can't understand.
I don't know. That must have been quite a game last night, though, huh? Between Anselmo Myrna and Ansley Litchfield.
Oh, the volleyball match?
Yeah.
It was great. What made it was the atmosphere for me.
Sure.
I mean, you had a lot of folks from Ansley Litchfield, of course, there. Anselmo Myrna hosted it. And for us, I mean, it's just a great matchup, right? Ansley Litchfield and Anselmo Myrna. So the atmosphere was great, and yes, the match was really good too.
Yeah. Sounded like it.
Yep.
Well, now that I've been put in my place, I don't really know what to say.
Well, we could talk about a cattle mineral sale that ends on Saturday.
That'd probably be, since you're paying for this time, maybe we should talk about that.
We got I've talked about it the last probably 1 or 2 times that I don't know if this is one of those months I'm here 3 times or if I was just 2, but either way, it's a pretty big deal, and it ends Saturday. So if you're out there listening, give us a call at 800-830-2119 and get your mineral booked. And every spring we do another one in February, mid-February usually through mid-March. So you don't need to buy a year's worth, but 4 or 5 months worth would save you quite a bit of money. And we're trying to ensure availability. I don't know. There's some talk about the phosphorus situation being tight like everything else right now, but we're going to try to pull in as much stuff as we can and try to get everybody covered. So,
okay. All right. Then that ends Saturday, you said?
That ends this Saturday, yep.
Okay.
We close at 2 o'clock Saturday, so that would be it.
Last chance.
Because November will be on Monday, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Halloween, Sunday.
Yep.
All right.
So that's a pretty big deal. And then our sodium bicarb, if you got some ears of corn that have fallen off out there when you're picking or before you got picked or upcoming here, just remember we have sodium bicarb on hand. It's like a powdered form of Rolaids for the cows. If there's too much corn on the ground, sometimes they can run into a little bit of trouble when they first start grazing corn because they're not acclimated to it yet. And so during the acclimation period, you put a little sodium bicarb in the water. You can feed it in the mineral as well, but it works better probably in the water. And it's called the rumen buffer, and that's exactly what it does.
And there has been some wind, so there might be a little corn down, unfortunately, but that can take care of that, and the cattle can clean it up.
Yep, that helps a lot, and you really got to be careful when you get a little bit of moisture on this ear corn. It changes it a tad bit, so you get it softens the kernels, and sometimes the digestion will happen a little quicker. And that kind of changes the whole dynamic when you get some moisture on this corn. So
it's already kind of breaking down.
Yep. So just keep that in mind. I mean, most cattle people know that, but just a reminder, we have it on hand.
All right. Mineral sale ends Saturday. You're setting up for turning those cattle in on the corn.
Mm-hmm.
And then we always have to talk about cake because it's it's coming up.
A lot
isn't
of
it?
cake. Yeah, there are a lot of loads of cubes, and we have a good supply of totes and bags of cubes, and we also were able to find some half-inch cubes this year, which are the people out there will know they're called calf cubes instead of the big cow cubes. They're about all about the size of your pinky finger or whatever. They're a little smaller so the calves can handle them better. And we just got a load of them in about 5 o'clock last night of bags and totes in those as well. So,
all right. You always have salt on hand. I can't imagine, how many different ways they can go with iodine blocks, the sulfur blocks, white salt, and then bag salt.
Trace mineral and cobalt.
Cobalt.
Cobalt's kind of the new one. We've had it about 3 years, but it's just supposed to help with the overall immune system of the cattle, and some guys think it works pretty good. So
good, and that's changed a lot too.
Yeah, we've got a lot of different kinds of loose salt too. We carry a coarse salt some guys like, and then we got the regular old rock salt like you and I have known forever.
Yep.
And then there's the real pure stuff that's like table salt. There's a few guys that like that, and so we keep the full gamut.
All right, very good. Mixing things up over at the elevator?
Elevator's been super busy lately, and a lot of distillers pellets. We have a really good price on them, and I think everybody's finding that out because they're going out like hotcakes. And we bring them in the semis and the hopper bottoms. We drop them into our pit so it never touches an auger until it leaves our truck. And that makes the pellet quality a lot better. And we bag our own as well from the elevator. We bring them down and bag them, and so we think I know our prices are very competitive on them, and we got them booked at the right time, luckily, because they're a lot higher now, and we're in good shape.
Supply on the corn side, that was a problem for a while. Has that improved a little bit?
Yeah, I think we're just fine now.
Okay.
A lot of corn now. The guys are rolling out in the country, and we got a lot in yesterday, and I'm sure Adams's and Thomas's and everybody out there getting a lot of corn now. The guys are really when these guys get after it, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, they can cover a lot of ground. Although driving down the road, there's still quite a bit of corn out there. Last time we were going, so there's some work to do yet.
Yep, but they're most of them. It's quite an operation to go watch them pick corn. They're not all like that, but I mean there's plenty of the small and medium guys left, but some of those outfits are pretty amazing.
Yeah. I don't know how, that's one of the things that amazes us because, they're going to be out on the road moving from field to field. You got to kind of make room for one another. But as big as they are, they have them set up to where they can get them across the road or down the road. But we still got a lot of trucking going on, so we'll want to kind of watch for that.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of traffic just on the way out here today. A lot of trucks rolling. I suppose they filled up all their trucks before it got wet last night, and they're bringing it all to town this morning, or not to town, but Adams's and different places, Thomas's.
I don't know if you heard, Brent's going to be my neighbor. He's moving to town.
Is that right?
He's going to live right across the street from me. Now, if we wanted to because I know this used to happen back years ago with my dad, we'd go up in the Sandhills with a load of salt, and we'd drop off to like 3 different places, a semi-truck full.
Yeah.
Now, Brent and I'll be living across. Do you think we could work a deal where on some dog food maybe, or cat? I guess it'd be cat food for you, wouldn't it? Dog food?
Well, probably neither at the moment.
Okay.
I don't think we're going to bring any of the dogs or cats into town.
Oh, you're going to leave them out on the farm?
Yeah, they like it where they're at. And they'll be well taken care of.
So because you're not going to do that, I'm not going to get a discount deal?
What do you mean a discount
deal? We might
deal?
still be able to hire him on to throw bags.
Well, I was just thinking.
Are you trying to hire me out? Or
no,
what?
I was thinking about buying a larger amount. If they could deliver both places.
Okay. I follow. Now I see what you're saying. Okay.
Well, so you're gonna have to get used to Monty's pickup at 5:30 in the morning over there.
Hey, he's at 5:15.
Oh, 5:15 now.
Yeah.
out making the rounds.
You know, Omani, 5:25 on the dot every day. For some reason, now he's at 5:15. He'll come by your place at 5:15 with his diesel pickup.
Wonderful.
Yeah, wake you up in time for the radio show.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
If you make friends with Monty, he might pick up some dog food for you when you bring the dog to town.
Yeah.
He would love to, actually, in his big red diesel.
Yeah. He's got room.
Yeah?
Well, yeah, anyway, you're welcome to... I guess
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't hear that, but
Yeah. You're going to live right across. We're going to be
Dave's been promoting it.
Hatfields and
missed that part.
Hatfield and McCoy's.
There you go. Well, anyway, don't forget us about for Evans Feed. If you need the birds out there, they're going to start looking for food here. And we make our own bird feed, and we got a lot of black sunflowers and feed medications for cattle. And the cattle mineral sale ends Saturday, so that's about all I got.
Well, and if you have a dog or dogs, you've got plenty of varieties depending on what you want to spend. Two different price levels and different choices. A lot of choices on dog food.
Oh yeah, we got say 15 kinds probably.
Do you?
Yeah. Yeah, you got, just like not quite as many as we do on the horse feeds, but you got to have about a little everything to keep everybody happy.
Yeah. Well,
but out of all the fancy stuff we sell on this and that, our number one seller is still the great big huge bags of Purina dog chow, the old standby.
Yeah, that's what I get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we sell the great big bags. They're 55 pounders, I think.
They're nice.
Yeah.
They just
Save
last
money.
longer.
Yeah, save some money, and dogs like it.
You bet. And they seem to do good on it.
Yeah.
So.
Do you remember Wagon Master dog food?
I do not.
Oh, you're too young. Wagon Master dog food. We used to
Really?
have some of that. Yeah.
Was that Cooper's?
No, this was a. I think it was made down in Kansas back in the day. That's probably something else, or it went bust. I don't know.
I remember Gravy Train, but not Wagon Train.
Gravy Train, yeah.
Not Wagon Master. But
that would really be fun to follow up on that Gravy Train thing, but I'm not going to because I think I've already gotten a little too far out there this morning with that bird cat thing. I apologize.
Yeah, I know. I'll seek help.
Hey, I saw you and your beautiful wife Saturday at the Miller birthday party.
Oh, yeah.
But we were just leaving. You guys were just coming
I saw
in.
that. I barely saw you too. Yeah. But you should have stuck around just to hear Judy Miller sing.
Oh, I know. She's so good.
She does a great job with Patsy Cline. That's her specialty.
Yeah, we were planning on. We had some company come in, so we wanted to stop out. So we left earlier than we were going to, but it looked like it was going to be quite a party.
Yeah, it was fun. And old Bob's 80 years old and known him forever, and great family and a lot of good people there.
Oh, you got that right. Yep. You get to work with a lot of people like that, don't you?
Yeah, good old country folk. Yeah. That's
hard to
pretty awesome, yep.
Okay. Uh-oh, your phone's lighting up. That means you're going to probably sell some more feed.
Yeah, either that or it's my sister.
One or the other.
Yeah. Either way, we appreciate it, you guys.
Thanks a lot.
Good to see you.
Don't forget about Okano. They're open 5 days a week in Okano at the store there. And, of course, a little over 5.5 days a week here in Broken Bow.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Mike.
Yep, thank you, guys.
Appreciate it. It's good to see you.
It's good that Brent's being nice to you. I'm glad.
I know.
Yeah, you bet. Well, I tried to do my best.
It's a little better the last couple days.
Yeah.
News is next.
CBS News Brief. Federal health advisors say kids aged 5 to 11 should get the COVID vaccine.
The benefits dramatically outweigh the risk, which is why the committee went forward with this recommendation.
CBS's Dr. David Agus says FDA approval could come this week. He killed 2, injured 4, then was himself injured in a shootout with police in Boise, Idaho's biggest mall.
The coroner announced that our shooter, Jacob Bergquist, in this incident has passed away from his injuries.
Boise Police Chief Ryan Lee, still no word on motive. The latest plan to appease Republicans over bankrolling President Biden's big domestic spending bill, a billionaire's tax.
There's some disagreement over whether this plan could work, and it would only pay for part of the legislation. But there is one bright spot for the White House. CBS News has learned that the final package is expected to include at least $500 billion to fight climate change.
CBS's Ed O'Keefe. In Game 1 of the World Series, Atlanta beat Houston by a pretty decisive 6-2. Game 2 is tonight. CBS News Brief. I'm Vicki Barker.
Here is a look at state news. I'm Gavin Higgins. Governor Pete Ricketts is doubling down on his opposition to vaccine mandates. And not only is Ricketts ready to stand side by side with Nebraska Attorney General as the state prepares to fight OSHA and the Biden administration's mandates, Ricketts is letting certain workers know they have a friend in state government.
As soon as those rules come out, we will be taking OSHA and anybody else to court to get an injunction and stop what is a huge abuse of federal power to mandate vaccines through these emergency rules. I encourage people to get the vaccines, but I'm 100% against a vaccine mandate. I think that it is absolutely wrong to make anybody choose between a shot in the arm they don't want and feeding their family. So specifically for the positions we have available in the state, if you are a nurse, for example, and you are facing losing your job, come work for the state of Nebraska because we're not going to mandate vaccines, and we've got hiring bonuses for nurses, for example.
Voters will decide if 2 members of a school board in the Panhandle will keep their positions in an upcoming recall election. Layton School Board President Susie Ernest and Secretary Roland Rushman are both facing recalls. Recall documents obtained by News Channel Nebraska show William Abbott Jr. filed both petitions in August. Collected signatures were returned to the county clerk in September. After a verification process, the clerk certified the results on October 12th. According to the Cheyenne County clerk, petitioners needed to collect 138 signatures for each recall. In the recall filing, Abbott Jr. said Ernest took action without board approval, including placing Superintendent Chris Gary on paid administrative leave and signing an acceptance for asbestos removal bid dated prior to a board vote. He also listed offering an interim superintendent contract to Dana Jepson, who is now facing child abuse charges in Cheyenne County, as a reason to remove Ernest from office. Abbott Jr. included increased legal fees for the district since January as reasons to recall both Ernest and Rushman. In his statement given to the clerk, Abbott Jr. said the district has spent over $48,000 in legal fees since the start of the calendar year, nearly a 400% increase from 2018 and 19. Also for Rushman, Abbott Jr. listed failure to adhere to board code of ethics and putting the district in legal jeopardy as a result of slander against district administrators as reasons for a recall. In their defense statements, Ernest and Rushman said serious complaints against Gary led to his placement on paid leave. Ernest wrote in her statement provided to the clerk for the petitions, her actions are authorized in the superintendent's contract.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
In Game 1 of the World Series, the Braves beat the Astros 6-2. Atlanta scoring 2 runs in the first inning, 1 more in the second, and then 2 more in the third to grab an early 5-0 lead that they would never relinquish. Jorge Soler had a leadoff homer. Adam Duvall with a 2-run shot. Atlanta starting pitcher Charlie Morton took a comebacker off his leg in the second inning. He left with 1 out in the third. It was revealed he has a fractured right fibula, and he will not be able to pitch again the rest of the World Series. But Atlanta grabs the 1-0 series advantage. Game 2 will be Wednesday in Houston. 5 games in the NBA. The Warriors improved to 4-0 on the season with a 106-98 win over the Thunder. The Jazz topped the Nuggets 122-110. Denver star and reigning league MVP Nikola Jokic left this game with a knee contusion in the second quarter, didn't return. Knicks over the 76ers 112-99. Lakers beat the Spurs 125-121 in overtime, and the Mavericks down the Rockets 116-106.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, a lingering chance for some showers and storms, mainly through midday, otherwise mostly cloudy and windy with highs into the mid-50s. Lower winds out of the northwest at 20 to 35. Then for tonight, mostly clear, still on the breezy side, a low of 36. For Thursday, lots of sunshine, mid-50s for high temperatures, but winds staying gusty out of the north and northwest. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
Do you check your Google search results regularly? You should. People often get their first impression of you or your business online. Negative comments on the internet can impact your life and your livelihood. Take control of your online reputation. Get your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com. It may reveal negative posts from an ex-employee, upset patient or client, news article, legal issue, or even exposed personal information right there in your Google search results. Uncover what's lurking on the internet about you with reputationdefender.com's patented scan and get your free reputation report card. Or for immediate assistance with your reputation, call 800-401-6681. Our cutting-edge technology helps make your Google search results look their best. Call 800-401-6681. That's 800-401-6681. 800-401-6681. Or take the free scan at reputationdefender.com.
43 degrees outside under a dark, cloudy sky. Occasional sprinkles or light rain. Winds out of the northwest, 25 to 35, gusts up to near 40 out at the Broken Bow Airport. Barometric pressures at 29.71 and rising. Humidity at 92%. As we mentioned, yesterday's high was 54, but overnight it warmed up to 61 degrees, back down to 42 by 5 o'clock this morning. So 42 is the overnight low. So your numbers are a little bit different today because it got warmer during the evening than it was all day yesterday. Sunrise today at 8:04, sunset at 6:41. 22 hundredths precipitation measured in the rain gauge as of 7 o'clock this morning. That puts us at 56 hundredths for the month. And still some rain out there this morning. Brent Apperson, my good friend and bro, is with me here on The Breakfast Show on this Wednesday. Yet to come on The Breakfast Show, we have conversations with the Pizza Hut lined up. We'll also be visiting with Brent with Lions Appliance, if everything works out this morning. We'll have two Brents in the studio at the same time. There could be a atomic bomb coming from that combustion of two Brents in the same room.
Okay.
Do you think when I told Mike about that dream I had, he was very quick with his response about seeing a therapist.
Yes, I have to admit my mind was kind of right there with him. Although I'm trying to be nicer to you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, what are you going to do as a dream? That's what happened.
I know.
There was like
here's the thing that amazes me about you, is I mean we all dream, right? I've had dreams,
well, I hope so.
But when I wake up from a dream, I can't explain it or describe it in such detail as you can. Usually, I just wake up and go, "Man, that was just a weird dream," but you are able to then reveal in detail what your dream was about, and that's always amazed me because I'm not like that. I'll dream and then I wake up and I know what the dream was about. It may have been weird, but I can't. It's not like I could explain it to somebody or describe it to somebody in just perfect detail as to what I dreamed about, but you can.
Well, sometimes they do mean something, and so let me ask you about this dream, because I did remember it very detailed.
Okay.
I noticed that there was a bird loose in the house, but when I got closer to the bird, I couldn't really catch the bird.
Oh, so you tried to catch the bird?
Yes, but it was the same color as Willow, my favorite cat.
Okay.
And it had feathers, but they were kind of like cat hair feathers. And it would get away from me, but not quite able to fly very far yet.
I see.
So I was out in the yard later in this dream, and there were other birds in a bush, and they were colored similar to the other cats.
Oh.
I realized that they were up flying around, and they had been getting some bird feed.
Okay.
And so my goal in the dream was to get the willow-colored bird out of the house and get it to the bush.
So it could eat.
So it could eat. So I've found some bird feed that Joan had purchased or made, and she was feeding the birds outside.
Yeah.
But in this bird feed that I was going to give the willow-colored bird, alongside that were plastic freezer bags full of garter snakes.
Ew.
Because our cats like to catch garter snakes.
Oh, okay.
So I guess Joan
now I'm
assumed.
following.
Joan assumed that since these were kind of cat birds, they might like to munch on a garter snake too. What does that mean, Brent?
Okay, I have no idea, Dave. That is out of my realm of knowledge to try to decipher that dream.
I think
I'm guessing one thing is maybe you feel as though you are maybe paying more attention to the cats than the birds. And maybe you're going through a little bit of guilt, feeling that you should be paying more attention to birds who visit your residence and take care of them better like you do your cats.
Maybe, or maybe it's because I was finding out that my wife, Joan, was holding out on me. Because
Holding out on you?
she knew about the other catbirds in the bush, and she was feeding them. But she never told me that we not only now had cats, we had catbirds in the bush, and she was feeding them, and I didn't know it.
Oh.
So I wonder if there
see.
wasn't some deception there.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I can tell you that the early 70s were not really good on my brain cells. So there might be some damage done there. Maybe that's why I have those dreams.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that's interesting.
All right. It is time to switch gears here
Okay.
because we don't want to weird everybody out there.
No. But that's all right. I think that's great that you're willing to share with everybody your dreams.
Well, I should probably go see a therapist, but the particular therapist I was thinking about is also a very good friend, and I really don't want to talk to her about catbirds. Let's talk about cranky coworkers.
Oh, okay. How close to home is this conversation?
Well, I don't know. This is Cranky Coworkers Day.
Oh, Cranky Coworkers Day.
Yes.
So this gives us permission to be cranky
One
as
day
a
a year.
coworker, or what?
One day a year, it's okay to be cranky at work.
Oh.
It's perfectly acceptable for Kevin, the office jerk, to act that way. Why do they put these names on people for being weird or a jerk? We have a Karen. Karen is an internet name that is not complimentary.
I'm with you. I don't get it. I don't know where that came from.
Kevin must be the other name.
I don't know. I know several Kevins, and they're all great.
Yeah, and Karens
just like
are
I know
nice.
several Karens, and they're all great.
But for Pete's sakes, don't try to cheer the coworker that's being cranky today up, because a lot of times they enjoy being miserable.
Oh, okay. To each his own.
To each his own. We have guests in the studio.
I have no idea. I can't see out there from where I'm sitting. Would you like me to just yell out the door and see if anybody's there?
It's not the police, is it?
The what? The police?
Police.
The police?
Those are the worst kind. The police.
I don't know.
We'll find out who we have in the studio.
Okay.
Next.
All
who
right.
we're going to have in the studio.
Okay, who we're going to bring in and talk to.
Yes.
All right.
Right after these words.
As farmers fill their days with hours in the combine, grain cart, and trucks, Bruning Bank wishes them a safe and successful harvest. Thank you to all the farmers, ranchers, and all who work in agriculture to produce food for our families, communities, and the world. At Bruning Bank, they are proud to have strong roots in agriculture and to have the opportunity to work with producers. Bruning Bank, build, grow, thrive. Member FDIC.
You are invited to the grand opening of Gibbons Gadgets in Ansley the week of October 25th. Gibbons Gadgets is an authorized Viera wireless retailer and will be offering incredible deals on the best smartphones and devices, including zero-down deals on iPhone, plus get big savings on home internet and even student discounts on unlimited wireless plans. We'll have coffee, snacks, and fun activities all week. So don't miss the Gibbons Gadgets grand opening at 612 Main Street in Ansley, October 25th through the 29th. We'll see you there.
There's a difference between treating the pain and treating the problem. At Pearson Physical Therapy, we strive to not only reduce your pain, but actually treat the underlying cause so that you remain pain-free, even after you finish physical therapy. If you're frustrated by pain that keeps coming back, Pearson Physical Therapy can give you the tools that will keep you moving pain-free. Call Pearson's in Broken Bow at 308-872-5800 or check us out on the web at pearsonpt.com. Get the treatment you need and the care you deserve at Pearson Physical Therapy.
8:20 is your time. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN Radio. And we have our second guest of the day in the studio, Brent, and doesn't look like another Brent.
No. It's not another Brent. It's a Sean.
A Sean. I don't think that's a bad name on the internet, is it?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. No, I wouldn't think so anyway.
Sean's here on behalf of Brent with Lyons Appliance. Sean, how you doing?
Hey, good. Good to be here.
It's good to have you in. So let's just find out a little bit about what you do for Brent at Lyons Appliance. What are you up to there?
Well, I've been working part-time for Brent to fill in and help out on days that he has to run deliveries and take care of business outside of the store.
Good. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's all right. You know, you get to meet a lot of people and, work with the public. It's kind of fun.
Okay. All right. What's the supply like right now? I know we talked with Brent about, getting units in, and I know he's mentioned he's working on it all the time, trying to make sure he's got things on the floor. How are we sitting there?
Well, it's kind of, I'm going to call it a hit and miss. There are some items that we're well stocked on, and other items that it's frustrating, but you just can't get.
Yeah. And we were just talking with Mike Evans, and he was telling us some things off the air that he can't believe he can't get right now. So everybody's in the same boat.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that's, as I said, that makes it really frustrating. I know our service guy is just stacked with parts back orders, trying to get parts for repairs, just unable to get them.
Yeah. Whatever that little computer chip is, it's really holding things up, isn't it?
It sure is. It sure is.
Yeah. Well, it's good to have you in. Brent usually has something going on with a sale of some sort. Is he up to that again?
Well, he didn't say too much last night when he pointed me in this direction, but he said one thing to talk about for sure was the TVs. Remind people that we do deal in TVs. We have Samsung, LG, just got in a shipment of large 70-inch flat screens.
Wow.
For those of you that want something on your wall to really watch that football game.
Good grief, 70. We had a 55 here, right?
We did, yes. And I think
Brent,
that was a Samsung.
Yeah, and Brent worked with us on that. Give that away here last week or two. And I thought it was awfully big. A 70's huge.
Yeah, 70's kind of a wall hanger. And, for you guys that are looking for that ultimate theater deal down there, I noticed we still have that 85-inch in the back room.
85.
My dream. My dream TV.
That would be fun. Now, the good thing, too, is Brent mentioned when he was on with us before that if you don't want to hang that TV up on the wall yourself, Brent and his other guys are willing to set things up for you, right?
You betcha. We have several different wall mounts depending on which TV and what situation you need. And Brent and Seth get out there and hang those up and display them for you. And in fact, he's got one to put in my family room here whenever he gets time.
Well, it's like the barber shop. You're going to get the last haircut, right?
That's exactly right. That's the way it goes.
Yep, that's right. Well, that means a lot to people. And then also, these TVs they're called smart TVs for a reason, but it does take a little bit of a learning curve and maybe a little help to get started with them if you haven't had one before. And I know you guys are good about that too.
You bet. Brent gets out and helps people set them up and make sure that their remotes are working right and it's all hooked into their system. And more people streaming now rather than the ancient cable and antenna. That's terrible to say that cable is ancient, but it's changing.
Yeah. You can go watch a show that you might like anytime. You set up the time you want to watch it, which I think is one of the reasons it's so popular, because you don't have to, hey, we all have to be here at 7:30 tonight to see this show.
Oh, that's exactly right. And it was a good thing for us, I guess you would say, as a sales boost. But a year ago, when they shut down and parents couldn't go to ball games, thank goodness that's kind of over for now. But when they couldn't go, all the parents and grandparents were updating to smart TVs so they could stream the games.
Yep.
It's a changing time.
It is, and Lyons Appliance is changing with it. And we're so fortunate that Brent's taken it upon the duties at the store to make sure that we can get TVs here in town.
Oh, you bet. And he's really, I don't want to, use the word dabbling, but really branching out and looking at other areas that he can help, serve the area with. We just started dealing in the Pit Boss griddles. They're like, for your, trying to say like a grill outside, but it's a griddle, flat top griddle.
Nice.
Oh, wow. Like you do pancakes and stuff on it? Like,
you betcha. You can cook about anything on it. You can do your hamburgers on it or anything. Being a breakfast guy, I'm like you. I think of the pancakes and the hash browns and the eggs out there on that griddle. And
that sounds good.
Those are really nice.
Yeah, and you have experience with hamburgers, as I remember, so you should know.
Yes, my son-in-law and I dabbled in it here for a few years. And
well, it's hard to beat something on a griddle. I mean, really, that's another way to cook that we can if we have the griddles for sale here at Lyons Appliance. So,
you bet. We've had the little tailgater griddles in. They're only like 22 inches, and then the ones now that we have on the floor, a 4-burner. I believe they're 42 or 48 inch across.
And are those propane then?
Yes, they are.
Okay, all right. That sounds nice.
That does sound nice.
You know what would really be nice, Brent? Since you're going to become my neighbor, if you got one, we could come over and share it.
Okay, yeah. Well, I was thinking maybe you could buy it, and I could come over to your place.
Well, we'll talk about that. We'll go price.
Maybe we could go in together on it.
Well, being the salesman, I'd rather sell both of you.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. And wanting to be good neighbors, it would probably be a good idea to get 2 of them.
Yeah, probably would
be. You bet. We've also there's always changes in the industry, and we've all, of course, heard, Cabela's brand coolers and all of those coolers that'll keep stuff forever. Mm-hmm. We have a new line there at the store called the Rugged Road cooler. Kind of reminds me of just a styrofoam cooler with a spray-on coating, and it's rated it will keep ice longer than any cooler on the market.
Wow.
It sounds like it's kind of light to handle too then.
That's the idea of it. It's very lightweight, and like say, super insulation.
Different sizes of those?
Just
Sean,
right now he has
one
just
size?
the one, the one size. They're a small, I cannot remember the quart size or whatever it is, cubic size on it, but it's just kind of a typical, tailgater cooler size.
Mm-hmm.
So right now it's not like the big long ones.
No, it is not. It's not the one you need to throw in when you go elk hunting. It's just kind of for the everyday, go to the lake.
Handy.
Yep.
Yeah.
You bet.
Because the long ones are great, but they do take up quite a bit of room, and they are heavy.
Oh, yes, they are. And these things are really super light.
Okay. All right. Anything else you wanted to mention?
Well, he said to remind people that, if you're thinking as unfortunately winter's coming on here, he did take on a line of Briggs & Stratton power washers if you're needing to clean those gutters or whatever you're needing to do. And also he took on, these are quite the little critter. He's got a snowblower, battery-operated snowblower, 72 volt.
72 volts.
Yeah, 72 volts. You think of the drills that are 18, 20, 24 volt. It's a 72 volt snowblower. Looks like a giant broom is kind of what it looks like. And for small sidewalks, small applications, it would be really handy.
Oh, even if you had a snowblower or you don't mind scooping some, that sounds like that'd be a really good touch-up tool around the maybe around the garage and on the patio and so forth.
Oh, absolutely.
Save a little back work there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You get to be my age, that's the way to go.
Yeah. That's and that's available right now.
Yes, we do have those.
Okay. All right. Any questions, my good friend, bro?
I don't think so. No. What hours you're open?
Oh, yeah. 8:30 to noon, 1 to 5:30, Monday through Friday, and then 9 to 12 on Saturday.
Great.
All right. And that's located right downtown, not too far from Ace Hardware, across from the laundromat there. And it's always well lit, when you're there. And, you can see in and see the things on the floor. I think that's kind of cool. You can drive by and see what's available. Refrigerators and stoves, washer-dryer combinations, microwaves.
You betcha. We're like I said earlier in the program, we're pretty well stocked. Just might not have the widest variety that we would like.
Sure.
But we do have refrigerators, ranges, gas ranges. There's the washer dryer combos. We're starting to get the front load washers back in. They were a thing of absence for a few months, but now they're starting to show back up. It's improving, but still ways to go.
All right. Sean, thanks a lot.
Thank you for having me out.
Appreciate it. Do you have any questions?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're getting along really good today, Sean. I'm glad you were in because you could see us, co-working together, communicating.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We'll be right back.
Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers has just listed for sale the Divine Ranch located in southern Custer County, Nebraska. This 2,700-acre combination ranch is offered in 3 tracts or as a whole, with a center pivot, dry land, and quality hardland range. The South Loop River runs through the ranch, providing for good sub-irrigated meadows and ample hunting opportunities. This is the first time this ranch has been for sale since it was homesteaded in 1889. Call me, John Farley, or check it out at LashleyLand.com.
For those 62 years of age and for those that are handicapped or disabled regardless of their age, the Grand Generation Manor in Galloway has affordable housing available. An equal housing opportunity provider and employer. They're located at 200 South Grand Avenue in Galloway. The Grand Generation Manor.
Plan on attending the upcoming annual meeting of the Independent Cattlemen of Nebraska, or ICON, this coming Friday, October 29th, at the One Box Convention Center in Broken Bow, beginning with registration and visiting at noon on Friday. Get caught up on 50 by 14, new brand laws, North Platte's new packing plant, or the restoration of M. Cool. The action-packed day begins with Nebraska's first gubernatorial debate featuring Democrat, Republican, and independent candidates aspiring to the state's highest elected office. Come ask the tough questions and meet the candidates. Later in the day, Senator Steve Erdman will be joined by Mark Bronkowitz and will discuss Senator Erdman's epic consumption tax, which promises to eliminate all income, sales, and property taxes. Again, there will be plenty of time to ask Senator Erdman the tough questions and to learn how you can make a difference. Following dinner at 7, the crowd will be entertained by cowboy poet R.P. Smith and Don Shada with great cowboy poetry and song to boot. For more information, call Maureen Kane at 308-880-1505 or email independentcattlemen@gmail.com.
BD would love for you to be a part of their great team. BD offers competitive wages, a team environment, and day one benefits. Some benefits include health, life, dental, tuition reimbursement, and more. Plus, right now, a new higher sign-on bonus of $1,000, $250 after 30 days, $250 after 6 months, and $500 after 1 year. Apply online at bd.com/careers or attend an open interview on the first or third Wednesday of each month in Broken Bow.
The team at Clark Dental has been bringing bright smiles to the Broken Bow area for over 20 years. Dr. Brad Clark has a team of dedicated professionals who work hard to let every patient know they're in good hands. Family-friendly, helpful staff that will have you smiling with confidence. Clark Dental offers a full line of dental services from regular checkups to crowns, bridges, and implant-supported dentures. Call today for an appointment. A brilliant smile thanks to Clark Dental in Broken Bow.
Marty Health Mart, your local Health Mart pharmacy in Broken Bow. It's officially fall. Marty's has great decor ideas, including new fall flags that are in stock, among plenty of other fall decorations. Plus, get your Halloween cards to send to loved ones and friends. Fall decor is at Barney Health Mart, downtown Broken Bow. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Caring for you and about you. Barney Health Mart.
8:34 is your time. You're listening to The Breakfast Show. More guests in the studio today, and I'm, Brent, a little bit, I guess, baffled here. I thought we made it clear yesterday during the show with
See, there you go with this we again. No, this was not a we thing. This was a you thing. You said.
Now, you've been nice so far today, but if you start badgering and
I'm
teasing
not badgering you. I'm just trying to set the record straight. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, we were not going to allow Todd Reynolds to come into the studio
Oh,
anymore.
we again. You were not going to allow Todd Reynolds to come into the studio again.
But he's here, so I guess we'll just go ahead and do the show. How you doing, Todd?
Good. I
Paul.
brought backup. That's why you let me in.
That's right. And I don't think I want to mess with Paul. He's
That's
bigger
right.
than me. How you doing, Paul Ulmer?
Good, Dave.
Good.
I've for 20 years avoided being in this room, but I guess today's going to be the day.
Oh, wow. Welcome aboard, Paul.
Welcome to you, but didn't welcome me.
Your life will never be the same.
I'm sure of that, especially after I hear Dave's looking for a psychiatrist.
Well, it was tough back in the 70s. I'll have to explain it to you.
Not looking, he needs one.
Yes.
There's a difference.
Guys, we had a really nice conversation yesterday with the chairman and the upcoming chairman of the One Box. It was a really good conversation we had with Jen and Ed Schaaf and Lisa and Nate Bell. Kind of went over the history of the One Box, and then we talked about all the events coming up. But we did also talk about the gun club, not shop. I was going to call it gun shop. Gun club as well, and how important that is to not only during the One Box, but throughout the year. And but I'd like to expand on that a little bit if you could.
Great.
Well, the year ago, the reason we're here today is a year ago, the Scott Reynolds group, the Broken Bow Rock Crushers, the youth shooting team, got an NRA grant, had applied for it. Scott did all the hard work, and he was awarded several $1,000s. And so what we decided to do was put in a card system out at the gun club, long-range card system, which basically means that now the person has 24-hour access at the gun club. So you can shoot, trap, and skeet anytime you want to. You can come out and buy a card from the One Box, from the gun club, and then we have a kiosk set up so that you can purchase additional rounds when you get there. Even if nobody's there, you can still do that.
Okay. Trying to visualize, and maybe we can kind of paint a picture for the listener out there how that actually works.
Well,
okay.
I mean, it's been kind of hard for some people. We have we installed a couple new boxes on the trap and the skeet range that have directions, like you open up the door, and it should walk you through step by step. We've had a few people that have trouble with directions, if you can believe that.
Most of them were male.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
They had to bring their wife along.
Well, that would be a good idea.
But it's actually fairly simple, and that's one of the reasons we're having an open house this Sunday, is because Todd and I wrote up the directions, and once you get used to kind of doing it, you forget maybe a step or two. So Sunday will be part of that. If you come out and buy a card, then we'll walk you down and we'll walk you through step by step and show you the sign, and so that it makes a little more sense maybe.
Okay. All right. Well, it's a great option because you've made some notes here, but the one that kind of caught my eye, Todd, was maybe you got some company coming in that you want to go out and do something with, and they happen to be avid shooters or want to go learn how to do it. This is a great way to get out there anytime, right?
Yeah, we've had quite a few people say that. Say, hey, I got some family coming in town, and keep them entertained so we don't kill each other at the house, I guess. So let's go shoot some guns, and they've used it quite a bit, and we really haven't introduced it that much. I mean, I don't know, I think we've sold 35 cards maybe or something like
Probably.
that. And it's mainly
good.
guys that have been coming there anyway and wanted to go out with their family or friends or go practice,
Yeah.
We can all use some practice.
Yeah, well, that's just one of those things like other sports. You got to do it like golf, for instance. You can't go out once a year and expect to do very well.
Yes.
Repetition is probably pretty important in that sport as well.
It is.
Yeah.
And so it's a great deal. We want to introduce it to more people. Great for a dad and his kid to go out there. A little less pressure maybe that nobody else is watching. Let's show the kid, how a trap range set up. The closest is supposed to be 16 yards. But if you had your kid out there by yourself, you could, step up on the hill where the trap deal is and be a little closer and
Get
make it a little
started
more.
that way. Yeah. Well, that sounds great.
We've actually had quite a few husbands take their wives out there too, just to maybe to legitimize what they're spending their money on. Maybe
there you go. Yeah,
that's another good idea.
How much does the card cost?
The The card costs $10, and that's just a one-time fee, and it comes with a lanyard, so you can kind of hang it. Well, I always keep mine around my mirror, my pickup, so you don't lose it. But then after that, it's whether it's trap or skeet, it's $8 a round, which gives you 25 rock. Actually, gives you 27. We try to allow for sometimes a rock will break coming out of the trap, so you get a little extra.
So you purchase the card, and then you can pay. You use the card and then purchase basically rounds while you're out there, right? Okay.
You can add. I think a minimum of $20 is the minimum you can add to it, and after that you can add $500 to it if you want.
Okay.
So
we did some changes in the clubhouse. Berggren Construction came out and installed an inside door. If you've been to the gun club before, there was a hallway where the bathroom is, and we put a door right there. So now the hallway bathroom is open to the public all the time. We took the locking door off, and you can go in, use the bathroom, but there's where the kiosk is. So even if nobody's there, you can just walk in, use your credit card, and buy more rounds to go shoot with.
Great.
So it's actually worked out really well.
It sounds like it'd be great. And then you're having an open house this weekend?
This weekend.
Sunday from noon to 4. I didn't know it was going to be 47 degrees, but I don't think the wind's supposed to howl on Sunday like it is these 3 days here in the middle of the week. But it should be a good day. We're going to throw sporting clays, and then trap and skeet will be open, obviously, if they want to try their card or purchase their card, and then we can show them how they work. The sporting clays is by far our most popular shooting. So we have quite a few guys who have been pushing to have an open on a Sunday. Dave Stunkel is our, I guess you'd probably call him our manager, I suppose.
Yep.
For sure, superintendent.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. And Dave has a lot of things going on. So we're getting to the end of the season here, but we decided we'd have an open house. We actually have a strong group out of Ansley that comes up. Teddy Govier's bunch, they all come up and shoot, and hopefully we can get Ted and his group to come up, and I think they will. They have a good time shooting sporting clays. So.
Yeah. Well, that's the nice thing about it. It's something that you can do together, enjoy the time. You can make it last as long as you want to. I mean, you can spend the whole day out there or an hour, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a group from Kozag come up last week that shot 100 rocks, sporting clays, and took them 3.5 hours. That might be a new record for trying to get through the course, maybe.
The course part of it, I don't know. I guess I've never been out there. I've been to the building itself, but never been out on the course. That's really something to have a course like this here in the middle of Nebraska, isn't it?
Sure.
We probably have the most, I had shooters from Omaha and shooters from Grand Island and obviously North Platte. And I think Broken Bow probably has the most diverse course in the state. We have up to 28 stations I think we can throw. We don't have the foot traffic that a lot of places do down in Brainerd or places like that. They throw Grand Island, they throw rocks every day, but a lot of that's just population-based, too.
Sure, yeah.
But we definitely have one of the nicest sporting clays ranges in the state.
5-stand.
5-stand now, too. We put in our new 5-stand deck also. So.
Okay. Is that, do you walk that? Do you take carts on that? How's that work?
Sporting clays, typically, in the old days, everybody walked.
Yep.
Now
when
everybody,
we were younger.
Yeah, when we were younger. Now everybody wants a cart, or a gator or whatever. And we have a couple that we can use out there. Otherwise, if you want to shoot sporting, you probably just bring your own gator out there and drive it around. It is a fairly good walk.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Pretty neat, don't you think, Brent?
Oh, outstanding. You mentioned that some of the funds that you've used to get all of this together came from a grant, right? Through the youth shooting.
They applied for it.
Yeah.
The NRA, Friends of the NRA here in town, which is, one of the better NRA groups in maybe the nation, gave us a big chunk of the money to buy that.
And they've been very supportive of the One Box over the years.
Sure.
The Friends of the NRA has been really good to us. Yeah, really good.
This youth shooting program, it's like nationally known when these kids go out and perform. They've done a great job.
4 national titles or 5.
I think in
lost track.
16 years, I think the high overall national champs is 4 or 5 times.
Yep.
And I think if you went back, in the 16 years, I think there was only 1 or 2 years where they didn't win one category as national champs.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we have a couple guys who are calling Dave's uncle Nick Saban.
Yeah,
he's
right.
He's like the best coach in America.
Yeah,
Right.
that's pretty neat.
Well, I know he enjoys it. We did talk to him after they won the national, and he's pretty proud of them. And they put in a lot of work. So.
Yeah, and it's funny because he really competes. Our team's a lot different than most of the teams he competes against. There's a group in Texas, it's like the all-star team from America, and he's competing against a bunch of. I mean, we get kids as far as way to Lincoln because Dave's such a good coach, or North Platte. But it's definitely a Nebraska team where some of those teams down there are just a bunch of. It's like
that's what
Nebraska competing
that's
against
what they
Alabama.
do. Yeah.
And I think Jim Duncan will tell you that the Texas team was put together to beat Broken Bow.
And didn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty
That's
impressive.
neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
That's really good. Well, that's great for the youth, great for the community. I don't know how you'd estimate this, but we've got to believe there's a lot of dollars that come to town when there's tournaments out here and shoots. And then I know Ed was talking yesterday about the golf combined with the shooting, the golf.
That was fun.
Swing and shoot, is
Swing
that
and
what we
shoot.
call it? Yeah.
Yeah, Ed came up with that format.
Miss and cuss, I think is what I call it.
There you go. That probably would be more
Miss and
accurate.
Ed came up with the format, and that's worked out really well.
It has.
Yeah. Done it a couple years, and this year is definitely bigger than it was the first year. So.
Well, if they come in and shoot out there, they're going to come back because it's such a good facility, and that repeat visit, you can't really total that up. That's a big deal.
Just last 3 nights, Josh Page here in town hosted a hunter safety course for young kids. So get the next generation, keep going. So it's nice to have a facility like that to host those types of things.
It is, and back to your new system you have where people can come out, as you said, Todd, maybe a little less activity, a little less pressure, and if Grandpa or Dad or Uncle Bill wants to work with the kids on not only shooting but the safety side of it, they got time to do it.
A little more controlled situation.
Yeah.
You take a kid out and trying to find a pheasant or something and gets up in front of him and scares him, and you just think bad things can happen, So
Well, they'll the experience of that repetition and shooting and getting the feel of it before they walk out there and get that hunting fever, probably a good thing.
Right.
Yeah. Just as simple as how to get over a barbed wire fence,
Exactly.
Those things are.
That is part of hunter safety, actually.
Yeah, it really is, yeah. Anything else, guys, you wanted to mention?
We rent the place out. We've had multiple family reunions, graduation parties, anniversary party.
Some corporate meetings.
Yeah. And some of them use the shooting part of it. Probably most of them don't. But now there's probably more opportunity to use the shooting part if we want to.
Yeah.
Well, $150 is all we charge, and there's a kitchen there and bathrooms, and it's about every year. It's probably a couple different class reunions, it seems like.
Yeah, you didn't think about that, but that's a really nice facility inside.
Nice parking,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do have also a few corporations that are utilizing us. You can give me a call or give Dave a call and line up a date. And if you want to shoot sporting clays or the new 5-stand deck, we just set up a time, and Dave or I or somebody can come out there and help you throw rocks or help you get around, make sure everything's working. And we've had maybe a half a dozen this year, corporations, businesses type thing, who use it as a customer appreciation type day or employee day. We've had those also. So, we'll work with about anybody if they're wanting to come out and shoot.
I'm not sure you want to bring Casey and I and have guns in everybody's hands. That might be a little.
I'm not giving Christy
a gun and you two standing there. Look
No
out.
way I'm giving Christy a shotgun. No way.
Have we talked yet where you get the card? Did we get it from one of you guys or
at the gun club?
You have to buy it at the gun club when we're open. So that's kind of what we're having an open house. Otherwise, you call Paul or I, and we can arrange a time to meet you out there if this open house deal don't work for you. But like during the summer, normally we sold them when we had a league.
Sure.
Usually on Tuesdays, so people would come out and buy a card then.
Okay. This Sunday, noon to 4.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Are you old enough to know what a reel-to-reel is?
I remember that. Wow.
There she is.
That's nice. What are you
That
playing
looks
on
as old
that?
as you, Dave.
Thank you.
That's a good question. Does that predate you or not? That reel-to-reel
bet so.
machine. When you came to KCNI KBBN, does that predate you or not? That machine.
They put these in 1982, and I was here at that time.
He probably had vinyl when he started, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
45s and LPs. The LPs were used to go to the restroom in case you didn't get back when the song was over.
You just let the whole
Got an
album
extra.
play.
And then I figured out the Sunday afternoon album feature, which you would play one whole side, and then you could go outside and kill a little time and come back in. But otherwise, you had about 3.5 minutes to do whatever you're supposed to do before you had to start the next record. Then these came along, and yeah, about 82, there was a whole wall of them where you guys are sitting. It was an automation system, and I saved a few of them. This one really works nice, and I thought you guys would be a thrill for you to see.
Well, we can't wait.
It's like time travel.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, let me just get this queued up. You ready, Brett?
Yo, I love this sound.
What did I? Oh, I got to shut Todd's mic off to make this work.
Oh, okay.
So, goodbye.
Thanks.
Todd.
See ya.
Is that the beginning or the end of a song?
That's the end.
That's the end. Okay.
That's the end.
All right. Now we're ready for another song.
That's the end of White Snake.
Yeah.
Now we have ZZ Top coming up.
All right.
Right after the tone. Here we go.
Sometimes you never can tell.
Get a check in the mail that you weren't expecting, it's probably not your lucky day. In fact, you're probably about to be the next victim of a scam. Did you know that scammers may not initially ask you for money, but instead they give you money? Asking you to deposit funds into your account is the first step of many financial scams. At Nebraska State Bank, we're here to help and protect when someone is trying to make you their next scam victim. Nebraska State Bank, member FDIC.
8:57 is your time. It's also Navy Day today.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Navy Day.
Navy Day, honoring all those, past and present, who served in the U.S. Navy. It was created 2 years before the American independence with only 2 ships. Today, the Navy is the largest in the world, with the biggest fleet of more than 400,000 active duty and reserve personnel in the U.S. Navy. Congratulations. Thanks so much to the sailors out there.
Yep.
Navy Day. We'll take a quick time out. We'll come back. We've got news going, and then we're going to be visiting with the Pizza Hut yet this morning, and we have a few other things we need to tell you about, so stick around. It's all coming up.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Ask Universal Insurance in Broken Bow if auto owners make sense for you.
Trick or treat. At Bo Bootery, it's all about the treat. We want you to treat yourself to savings. This week, save 20% off Borns & Clark styles. Shoes, short boots, dressy styles, casual, and more. Quality footwear from Borns & Clark's with 20% savings all this week at Bo Bootery. Happy Halloween from Bo Bootery, your home-owned shoe store on the east side of the square in Broken Bow.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Across New England, they're cleaning up after the season's first nor'easter.
The down trees, the down wires the crews have been responding to throughout the night that has led to the power outages. Literally 100% of Cohasset in the dark right now.
WBZ TV's Nick Giovanni in Cohasset, Massachusetts. After a federal advisory panel recommends giving the Pfizer vaccine to 5 to 11-year-olds.
This is certainly a step forward in the fight against COVID because children to date in schools have been susceptible to COVID-19.
CBS Dr. David Agus. More allegations of lax practices at the film set where actor Alec Baldwin fatally shot cinematographer Helena Hutchins.
According to the entertainment website The Wrap, some crew members took guns from the set out into the desert and used them with live rounds to shoot at targets.
CBS's Jonathan Vigliotti says one of the guns they used was the one involved in the fatal shooting. Authorities say they haven't ruled out criminal charges. CBS News Brief, I'm Vicki Barker.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
In Game 1 of the World Series, the Braves beat the Astros 6-2. Atlanta scoring 2 runs in the first inning, 1 more in the second, and then 2 more in the third to grab an early 5-0 lead that they would never relinquish. Jorge Soler had a leadoff homer. Adam Duvall with a 2-run shot. Atlanta starting pitcher Charlie Morton took a comebacker off his leg in the second inning. He left with 1 out in the third. It was revealed he has a fractured right fibula, and he will not be able to pitch again the rest of the World Series. But Atlanta grabs the 1-0 series advantage. Game 2 will be Wednesday in Houston. 5 games in the NBA. The Warriors improved to 4-0 on the season with a 106-98 win over the Thunder. The Jazz topped the Nuggets 122-110. Denver star and reigning league MVP Nikola Jokic left this game with a knee contusion in the second quarter, didn't return. Knicks over the 76ers 112-99. Lakers beat the Spurs 125-121 in overtime, and the Mavericks down the Rockets 116-106.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, a lingering chance for some showers and storms, mainly through midday, otherwise mostly cloudy and windy with highs into the mid-50s. Lower winds out of the northwest at 20 to 35. Then for tonight, mostly clear, still on the breezy side, a low of 36. For Thursday, lots of sunshine, mid-50s for high temperatures, but winds staying gusty out of the north and northwest. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
Hi, everybody. This is Roger Sloan with the Lillian Church of Christ. We used to hear it all the time. If you want to live forever, make Jesus Lord of your life. But I've got news for you. We're all going to live forever. The only question is, where. If you have questions, we have answers. Give us a call, 872-2618, Lillian Church of Christ, where we love to share Jesus.
43, cloudy, winds out of the north-northwest, 20 to 35 plus miles per hour. Barometric pressures at 29.75 and rising, humidity at 90%. That's a look at weather and news. Thanks to the Lillian Church for helping us bring that to you this morning. Speaking of that, this is International Religious Freedom Day. Observed worldwide, it's a reminder that the freedom of worship is a universal human right protected here by laws and the Constitution of our nation. So it is International Religious Freedom Day. Good to have you along. Brent Amperson, my good friend and bro and new neighbor, is here with me today. He has some things he'd like to tell you about. And we also want to visit about a very important meeting taking place tonight centered around information that you can use to make your decision on a school construction issue here at the Broken Bow School District.
Election.
And we might get Jeremy in here to talk a little bit about. They're going to Facebook Live the meeting tonight so that if you can't make the meeting, you can watch and listen to it if everything works out all right. So we'll do that before we close the show.
Sounds good.
But right now, I would like to visit with you about the Help Wanted ad at the Ansley Public Schools.
Okay.
They've got one or two positions that I think are available at the Ansley schools, and they got it going on. They'd like to make you part of their team.
Yeah, Ansley Public Schools is currently seeking a bookkeeper accounts manager for their office. Knowledge in accounting and computer skills is a plus, but they say not necessary. Training will be provided. Send your letter of inquiry and resume to Gordon Goodman, Superintendent of Ansley Public Schools, at P.O. Box 370, Ansley, Nebraska, 68814. If you have questions, feel free to contact their office at 308-935-1121. Also, they're looking for an assistant cook. This could be full or part-time, it says. And again, for information, you can contact the office at 935-1121. Again, those jobs available through Ansley Public Schools. And to take a look at the full job posting, you can check out the website sandhillsexpress.com and go to the employment page.
More right after these words.
There's confusion about how to protect yourself from COVID. One thing is certain. Whether or not you're vaccinated, you need an accurate thermometer to check for fever, the leading sign of flu and COVID. Be vigilant and contact your medical provider at the first sign of fever. Don't rely on non-contact thermometers that have no scientific studies. Only the Exergen Temporal Scanner Thermometer has been proven accurate in more than 100 clinical studies. Learn more at Exergen.com.
Susan, it's so great to finally be able to get together again.
Oh, it sure is. And I really appreciate you picking up the bill.
I'm happy to. I've got the extra cash. Since we've all been driving so much more again, I've been using Get Upside, the free gas app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Download the free Get Upside app now in the App Store or Google Play to save up to 25 cents a gallon when you buy gas. Use promo code MOVE for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code MOVE.
9:06, Sylvester's is having a Halloween party, and Freddie has gone out of his mind. He's giving away lots of money.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
Hold on just a minute.
Well,
okay.
wait.
I'll get ready for some sound effects.
Okay, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, get your costume put together. It's time for the annual Halloween party at Sylvester's in Broken Bow. Why not get an early start to Halloween? Party with them Friday, October 29th. That's this Friday.
I want to suck your blood.
Shooter Jacks, the country rock band, will be there performing on the stage. There's no cover to get in.
Would you like some eyeballs?
Prizes for first through fourth place in the Halloween costume contest. First place gets $150. It's Halloween party time, Friday, October 29th, at the Quiet Little Place that rocks! Sylvester's in Broken Bow, Nebraska.
Wow, you got into it.
I did, yeah. You inspired me. And, oh, by the way, as always, The Husker game will be on the screen Saturday afternoon, kickoff at 2:30 between Nebraska and Purdue. And at Sylvester's, they'll have the first and third quarter happy hours and munchies. So party for Halloween on Friday night. Come out and enjoy the music of Shooter Jacks at Sylvester's. And then on Saturday, come back and enjoy the game.
Think what you just missed if you didn't hear all the live sound effects and the voice of Brent Apperson being spooky. If you didn't hear all of that clearly, you might want to get your ears checked to make sure you're enjoying life to its fullest.
Yes, and the person you can visit with about that is Roxanne at the Nebraska Land Hearing Center. Roxanne, a board-certified hearing instrument specialist with over 30 years of experience right here in Broken Bow, Nebraska. They have some prices, special prices, as we come into the cooler weather. They're calling it falling prices as we fall into cooler weather. That's kind of cool. Free hearing evaluation. Talk to Roxanne about that. Offering some free extended warranties on new hearing aids. Hey, never buy batteries again on new rechargeable hearing aids. There's no need to travel to Lincoln or Omaha or Denver or anywhere out of town because Roxanne sells the top technology available in the world right here in Broken Bow. And when you deal with the Nebraska Land Hearing Center, you get that quality, good local follow-up service, free follow-up care, office visits. Roxanne provides state-of-the-art tech, which includes rechargeable hearing aids, no batteries to worry about replacing. So give them a call today to set up your appointment, 308-384-3852. That's 308-384-3852. The Nebraska Land Hearing Center, located in downtown Broken Bow at the Broken Bow Chamber Building.
You want to hear a true Halloween story?
Sure.
From Las Vegas, Nevada?
Yeah, as long as it's not too scary. I don't like scary stories.
It's kind of sad and gross at the same time.
Okay.
Shows you what people will do. Oh, I'll go any further with that. Let me just tell you what happened.
All right.
A Vegas woman has been charged with throwing her dead hubby's body in the trash.
Yes.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
A 69-year-old woman in Las Vegas could be going to jail. She's accused of not telling anyone that her husband died back in 2015, so she could keep collecting Social Security check. She did not report his death. And since a funeral would have tipped off the government, she did not have a funeral. She just threw his body into the trash to keep her secret. They just discovered that.
Wow.
Yeah.
This has been going on since 2015.
Yeah, I don't know whether he made it to the landfill or what happened, but she put him in the trash because she wanted to continue to receive his Social Security check.
Wow.
Yeah. True story.
Okay.
Kind of sad, isn't it?
Yeah.
You okay? Because I didn't want to upset my neighbor.
No, I'm good. Yeah, you good?
Oh, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah. Just some weird dreams. We'll take a time out, and we're going to hear from businesses that helped us with the cross-country reports this past Friday. And we'll have about 4 of those that you'll want to stop by and thank after you hear their message.
It's hard to imagine anyone with more siding selections than Mead Lumber in Broken Bow. They're proud to offer Diamond Coat, a specialized pre-finish built onto tough LP Smart Side. Here's the awesome part. It's so tough, it's backed by a 30-year, no-fade warranty. Choose from 30 colors or create a custom color. The possibilities are endless. Diamond Coat. When you need siding, ask for it by name at Mead Lumber in Broken Bow.
As October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we are reminded of the importance of annual mammograms. 1 in 8 women will develop breast cancer in her lifetime. The Callaway District Hospital is proud to offer the most advanced imaging in 3D digital mammography. 3-dimensional imaging can detect new cancers sooner than regular 2D mammograms alone. Early detection is key to increasing your survival rate. Please call 308-836-2228 to schedule your 3D mammogram. The Callaway District Hospital.
The Sand Hills Golf Club is a proud supporter of this radio broadcast and salutes every second of hard work that these players put into preparing for each game. Sandhills Golf Club is home to a one-of-a-kind golfing experience in North America, featuring the beautiful Sandhills, a quiet atmosphere, and a challenging yet enjoyable course. Enjoy the broadcast, brought to you in part by the Sandhills Golf Club, proud supporters of Central Nebraska High School sports action. At Great Western Bank, they know that champions play as one team with one goal. They also know that champions don't just happen. They are built with determination and the right mix of teammates. You can count on Great Western Bank as a trustworthy teammate that will go the extra mile to help you win. To learn more, visit your nearest branch today. Great Western Bank, making life great. Member FDIC.
12 minutes. Make that 13 minutes past the hour of 9 o'clock. We're going to make a phone call here in just a little bit and see if we can visit with the Pizza Hut and find out what they've got going on there. I know they've got some nice promotions that they want you to know about. Right now, though, we're going to travel to Arnold, Nebraska.
Okay.
And talk about Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts. Now, you know that they're gearing up for fall, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. That's top of their list right now, plus all the great coffees and pastries you can get while you're there.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Dave. And what we want to concentrate on already is to make sure you are ready for their holiday open house, which they're going to do in early November. This will be November 4th, 5th, and 6th. It'll be the holiday open house at Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts in Arnold, Nebraska. On Thursday, November 4th, they'll be open from 8 to 7 and serving some appetizers from 5 to 7. On Friday, November 5th, open 8 to 5, and Saturday, November 6th, open 9 to 3 for their holiday open house, offering 20% off on merchandise. Some exclusions will apply. You can also register for a drawing. And one thing that they want to emphasize is, and we've even talked about this on the show today, with all of the shipping issues plaguing retailers this year, Brubaker's is pleased to report that they have the bulk of their merchandise delivered already and ready for the holiday shopping season.
Good.
So that's good news. They've got some new holiday gifts that are coming in and more for all ages. Again, they're in Arnold, Nebraska. So mark this on your calendar. It's November 4th, 5th, and 6th, the holiday open house at Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts. But we encourage you to stop in anytime when they're open, Tuesday through Friday, 8 to 5, and also open on Saturday from 9 to 3. That's Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts in downtown Arnold.
Grocery Cart has the deals you're looking for to put together a great meal. Certified Angus beef cube steak, $5.48 a pound. Hormel boneless country-style pork ribs, only $2.98 a pound. Delicious daily smoked sliced bacon is $13.98. In produce, Fuji apples are 88 cents a pound, or get Bolthouse baby peeled carrots for 98 cents. For dessert, bake a cake with Betty Crocker mixes, 4 for $5. Grocery Cart, these deals and many more are on East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Ever feel like your insurance company doesn't know you?
Insurance Corporation will issue generic plans where agricultural activities occur.
Only a human can visit your farm or ranch to know what you need. Find out why Farm Bureau Financial Services is the #1 ag insurer. It's your future. Let's protect it. Talk to an agent today or visit fbfs.com/protect. #1 ag insurer across our 8-state territory. 2019 SNL PNC Group Direct Written Premium.
This season, there's a new choice for your fields. Zetavo soybean seed, designed with triple stacked Enlist E3 technology for weed control flexibility. Supported by a dedicated team of BASF agronomic experts. Protected by the versatile BASF soybean crop protection portfolio. Zetavo soybean seed, stacked in your favor. Zetavo from MS Technologies, distributed exclusively by BASF. Always read and follow label directions.
Peanut butter and jelly, cookies and milk. Some things work best in pairs, like Enlist E3 soybeans from Golden Harvest. Our exclusive varieties have strong agronomics and disease tolerance for your conditions. Get yours from Golden Harvest today for a pairing that performs. This is how we listen. Copyright 2021 Syngenta. The trademarks or service marks displayed or otherwise used herein are the property of a Syngenta Group company. Enlist E3 soybean technology is jointly developed with Dow AgroSciences LLC and MS Technologies LLC. Enlist E3 is a trademark of Dow AgroSciences LLC. All other trademarks are the property of their respective owners.
9:17, and we have Chantel on the line from the Pizza Hut in Broken Bow, Nebraska. Good morning, young lady.
Good morning. How are we doing today, guys?
We're doing good. We always like hearing your peppy, positive voice. How's things at the Pizza Hut?
Oh, they're going pretty great. I mean, we're finally getting some people on and getting people trained, so hopefully we'll be able to have our dining room open in the next week or two.
All right, that was one of our questions. So you have answered that. You're still taking applications, I assume?
Absolutely. We're always looking for a couple more people to fill in a few spots for us.
All right. In the meantime, we can drive through, we can walk in, we can pick things up. What's going on?
Well, as of right now, we don't have a whole lot going on. In store, we will be going under some changes here in a couple weeks. So if you guys notice a difference in how your guys' pizzas are being made, we sure hope you like them. So
you're making some just basic recipe changes?
I wouldn't necessarily say recipe changes. Corporate is going through with this new program called Pride in the Pie. And what they're doing is you're not going to get a standard factory-made pizza anymore. You're going to get art.
Oh.
Art for dinner.
We love art.
Art for dinner? That sounds wonderful.
Yeah, so they're kind of taking our rings and our cups away. So we actually get to make those pizzas for you by hand now and not using those rings and cups.
Boy, that's going to be a change for you, but it will be fun to find out how it tastes. The taste probably won't be too awfully different, but just how it's made and textured, I suppose.
Oh, yes.
Okay. When can we expect that?
I would say around mid-November, towards the end of November.
Okay. All right.
So we got a couple of weeks left, and we're going to undergo some training here in the store and with our management teams and stuff. So we all understand what we're doing on this side, too.
All right. Okay. Now, how's the promotion going where the folks come in and they get a good ornament off the tree?
We actually finally just got a hold of Healing Hearts and Families, and we are partnering with them to do a giving tree this year. So we look forward to being able to get that set up here shortly.
Okay.
We were hoping to have it set up by last week or so, but with our dining room being closed, and we kind of had to do some fast-track thinking there, and some things had to be pushed off a little bit.
All right. Well, I would think coming up, and Brent, jump in here, I would think coming up, Halloween weekend would be a big weekend for pizza with people on the go, getting the kids out and about. And, of course, Friday's a big day here in Broken Bow. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. But when people are on the go, there's just nothing handier and tastier than a pizza.
You're not wrong there, because no one out-pizzas the Hut.
There you go. I like
yes, we are looking forward to Halloween. We have plenty of people on staff meet everyone's needs this weekend. However, we do encourage not only our own drivers, but everybody out there on the streets to be watching out for those kids. Some of their costumes are dark and not as reflective as they could be. And so we just ask that everyone watch out for the kiddos, make sure both them and those kids are safe.
Okay. Brent, do you have any questions over there?
Yeah, Chantel, I know that a lot of people have enjoyed the Detroit-style pizza. Is that still available for a little bit longer, or where do we stand on that?
We got a couple days left of the Detroit before it sneaks out for a while again.
Okay. All right. So if people want to try one, they need to get it done here in the next couple of days.
Yes, and there's going to be some people who really like that pizza that are a little disappointed, but I mean, I think Pizza Hut's got some things coming around the corner that are other test-out trials that they could enjoy as well.
All right, sounds good. I know that you guys started kind of a fast lunch menu where you got the ovens all heated up where people can buy something for lunch and get it real fast. Is that still going for carry-out and during the lunch hour time?
Yes, it is. I mean, as long as you give us a call, we should have that food out to you in about 10 minutes or so.
Okay, so it's best if people can call ahead so that you can start preparing it when they show up. Is that right?
Yes. However, I will say that due to our dining room being closed, we do get a lot of future orders for approximately the same time. So if you want something at noon, you have to understand that we probably have 6 tickets set up for noon.
Sure.
We are working as fast and as hard as we can to make sure everybody's food gets out on time. But if you can give us a little bit of opportunity and a little bit of leeway, about 5 minutes or so, we would really appreciate that.
Okay. And then on your lunch menu, I mean, it's more than just, say, a personal pan pizza. You guys offer a few different things on that, correct?
Yes, on the fast lunch, we offer the personal pans. We offer smalls, breadsticks, cheese sticks, pastas, wings. You name it, it's on there.
All right, sounds good.
Pasta sounds good when it gets a little cooler, so I'm glad you still have that on there for the quick meals. I read an article this morning, I think it was, or maybe yesterday morning, and I don't really think of pizza as fast food, but it was an article on the healthiest fast foods and the most unhealthy fast foods. And a cheese pizza was rated the top as far as nutrition and being healthy for you.
That's excellent. I mean, you can always throw a few veggies on there and make it even better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, one more question on your lunch menu, Chantil. Is that just Monday through Friday, and what are the hours on that?
Yes, it is Monday through Friday from 11 o'clock in the morning until 2 p.m.
11 to 2, Monday through Friday. Okay, thanks.
All right. Is there anything else you wanted to highlight this morning before we let you get back to work?
Absolutely. Once again, Halloween's just right around the corner. We will be seeing everyone down at the Trunk or Treat on the Square this Friday. We look forward to doing that. But I also encourage all the families and kiddos to come in on Sunday before or after trick-or-treating. Come in, see our costumes. We'd love to see yours. And we might even have some candy for you.
All right. Great invitation. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, guys. Have a great day.
Take care.
Bye.
9:23 is your time. We're going to take a quick time out and hear from these important businesses.
The Cleaning Shack in Broken Bow, located inside the Quilting Shack, has changed their dry cleaning times. Drop off your dry cleaning before 11:30 on Wednesday, and you'll have it back by 3 the following Wednesday. When you stop into the Quilting Shack, make sure you check out all of the new materials they have. It's the perfect time to stock up for your winter quilting. If you need to use their quilting machine, talk to them now if you want your project back and ready for Christmas. Remember the Cleaning Shack's new dry cleaning drop-off time, 11:30 on Wednesday, to have it back the next Wednesday. The Cleaning Shack and the Quilting Shack, East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Central Nebraska's Sports Source presents live coverage of the state high school football playoffs. Join us for a triple header of coverage on Friday as we'll start the day in Thetford, where the Sandhills Thetford Knights will take on Meade. You'll be able to view a live video stream of the game by going to sandhillsexpress.com/live. Then at 6 o'clock, we'll go to Myrna, where the Anselmo Myrna Coyotes will take on Stanton in round 2 of the Class D1 state football playoffs. Kickoff for the game is set for 6 o'clock. You'll be able to hear it live on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com. And we'll be at Mark Russo Field, where the Broken Bow Indians will take on the defending Class C1 state champion Pierce in round 1 of the Class C1 state football playoffs. That game will be broadcast on KCNI 96.3 FM and KCNI1280.com. Kickoff is set for 6 o'clock. It's live coverage of the state football playoffs this Friday.
All right, thank you so much. Sidewalk Spooks and Trunk or Treat. Chantil was just talking about it. They're gearing up out at the Pizza Hut for you to stop in and get some candy on Halloween day and evening, but they'll also be in the park with, 25 businesses, something like that?
Yeah, and I think that's just the ones with their trunks open. I think there's even more businesses around the square that are going to be sidewalk spooks, as they call them. And you are all invited to enjoy the sidewalk spooks and trunk or treat around the square in downtown Broken Bow. This will be Friday, October 29th, this Friday, and it'll be running from 3 until 5. So bring the kiddos out, get them all dressed up for Halloween, and bring them to the square in downtown Broken Bow and enjoy sidewalk spooks and trunk or treat. It'll be Friday from 3 to 5 in downtown Broken Bow.
All right, let's talk a little bit about Velma. Now, I'm not talking about, Velma personally, but Velma has been providing wonderful garments with embroidery for many, many years. She knows exactly what she's doing. She has the stock for you to look at and make your choices with the garments, or you can bring a quality garment in, and if it looks like it will stitch okay, she'll do that for you. Custom stitching at Circle V Stitch and Post. north of Broken Bow.
Yeah, we talk a lot about her custom embroidery service, but we want to remind you that Velma also carries some other items such as cowhide that you can put your brand on, including cowhide placements, coasters, table runners, and even area rugs. And she carries some more Western items, which include beautiful glassware, in-stock pitchers, cups, and other glassware, perfect for creating your Western look, and they make great gifts, too. So to find out more, contact Velma today. Get your creation started by calling 872-6173, Circle V Stitch and Post, located just north of Broken Bow, out on Paulson Road.
First State Bank is proud to be a member of the community. It's their commitment to the people of the region to offer professional banking services as well as personal attention for every customer. That commitment carries on to supporting the area youth as they compete towards a victory in sports. Good work both in academics and in sports from First State Bank of Mullen. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
From tune-ups and oil changes all the way to the more serious problems, Grease Automotive in Arcadia can get your vehicle running right. To tame your grass, also see them for Big Dog mowers. See the Big Dog difference, always loyal and always ready. In the market for a mower, call Doug at 402-984-4804. Go see Grease Automotive in Arcadia about maintaining or repairing your vehicle or about purchasing your next mower.
At First State Insurance of Arnold, their independent agents can offer their customers choices that can save you money. From auto, home, farm, business, and crop insurance, they'll find the company that offers the best product for you, your budget, and your needs. A free cost and coverage comparison is where it all begins. Call Becky or Pat at 848-2522 to set up an appointment with First State Insurance of Arnold. Proud to support the South Loop Bobcats, coaches and players who work so hard.
And again, those are businesses that brought you coverage of the state cross-country meet this past Friday. Thank you to those businesses. You'll be hearing from them the rest of this week to kind of highlight the fact that they made those reports available to us. Also want to note that Trapper Jim called in a day or so ago and wanted to hear a song called 7 Lonely Nights Make Me One Lonely Week.
Oh, okay. I like the name of the song. I don't know if I've ever heard it.
Haven't found it yet, Trapper Jim, but when we do, if we do, you'll hear it right here on The Breakfast Show. All right, movies.
Okay.
Right now, some of the hottest movies in the country, in the United States of America and beyond in other parts of the world, are available right here at Fox Theater in Broken Bow, Nebraska.
They are, and we'll tell you what's showing right now at the Fox Theater here in Broken Bow. Showing now is Dune. I think Dune came out in, was that the 80s when Dune first came out?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. They've remade it, though, and it looks like an absolute spectacular film, especially from a visual standpoint. It is showing now at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow, rated PG-13, and also the film Dear Evan Hansen, also rated PG-13, showing now at the Fox Theater. Also, the latest James Bond film starring Daniel Craig. His last spin is 007, No Time to Die. It's going to be ending its run at the Fox Theater. It'll show tonight and tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, and then it's done. So if you want to see Bond, James Bond, check it out. No Time to Die, showing it tonight and tomorrow before it ends its run at the Fox Theater. Then as we go into the weekend, hey, it's Halloween, right?
It is.
Okay, here you go, man. Halloween Kills is coming to the Fox Theater on the big screen. Just in time for Halloween. You can enjoy Michael Myers terrorizing people on Halloween again. Actually, I think people are going after Michael in this movie. I'm not sure. Anyway, Halloween Kills. Jamie Lee Curtis is back to reprise her role in the classic film series, and it will be showing beginning on Friday, running through the weekend, and even into next week. So you can celebrate Halloween by taking in Halloween Kills at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow. And then continuing through the weekend into next week, they'll continue with Dune and also with Dear Evan Hansen. Some big movies that are going to be coming soon to the Fox Theater. They list The Eternals. That's a new Marvel film that'll be coming out soon. And I don't know if, Dave, you got into Clifford the Big Red Dog. You know Clifford the Big Red Dog? PBS cartoon, I think.
That was a book to start with.
Yeah, a book, right.
And that's
then turned into a cartoon.
Yep, we named our collie Clifford because of that.
Well, they're making a movie. Clifford is coming to the big screen.
Oh, man.
I've seen the previews. It looks real cute. Looks good. And Clifford the Big Red Dog will be coming in the month of November at the Fox Theater. So look forward to that. And we always encourage you to check out their website. It's watchthefox.com. That's where you can check out the show times of the movies that are showing and even take a look at what's coming up at the Fox Theater. And don't forget, they also do the free Popcorn Tuesday night, brought to you by the Nebraska State Bank in Broken Bow.
All right. Our next song that we're going to play for you is Billy Idol.
Oh.
Now, do you remember the song Cradle of Love?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Cradle of Love.
That's what we're going to do. Off the reel, because it's real rock on KBBN, off a reel-to-reel during the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Here we go.
it out with everybody else that's going to be viewing. So basically the Broken Bow schools, if you haven't heard, they're having a bond coming up. The vote is on November 9th, and they're having a series of different tours and meetings to just help people get more information before they make their decision on the vote. And we're going to live stream the meeting after they have a tour. This meeting is going to be in the middle school, kind of there on the stage, and we're going to set up a camera and pull an audio feed so that you folks can kind of hear what all is discussed and the information that they want to pass along. So we'll set up for that this afternoon and have it ready for you tonight at 7 o'clock or whenever they go live. Maybe they'll go a little bit earlier or later, but we'll be ready for it.
Okay. Sounds great. And that will be on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all the things we have ball games on, right?
Yep. The easiest way to find a link is go to sandhillsexpress.com/live. If you go to sandhillsexpress.com, there's just a spot at the top that says live stream. Just click there.
All right. Very good. And this is coming up quick, and you really should vote with the information gathered. So this is your chance to, again, take part in a conversation about the pros and cons, and the school's doing a very good job of making that information available. So our responsibility as voters is to know what we're voting on when we get in the booth, right?
Yeah, I think that's kind of something that's lost in today's society in general. On a vote of any magnitude is, I think as a society as a whole, we could do a lot better job of, not making a quick split decision on what we think about an item, no matter which direction you're voting on something. It never hurts to have more information going into something, and I really applaud them in general for just making that information available. They're working hard, obviously, because they want people to make the decision they feel comfortable with when they go into that booth. So making more information available just helps people feel better about checking yes or checking no. And this meeting should provide some good information. And I know that Gavin and Emily have been putting out stories and stuff, and will, as we get closer to that date, just kind of do more content on that as far as news stories here on the radio.
All right, very good. That is this evening at 7 o'clock, and you can see the live stream and listen and get yourself the information you need to do just what Jeremy described. Gavin, there is an independent cattlemen's convention, if you will, being held here in Broken Bow. Pretty important, and there's going to be some political contenders there as well, right?
Yep, yeah. ICON usually holds their annual meeting in the Broken Bow area about every year. I think last year, obviously with COVID, I think they didn't hold it then, but it's always entertaining when we are able to have groups like this here, and on top of that, they invited the gubernatorial, basically those who are trying to find that governor's position to be voted for that here in a little while. They invited them down, and a lot of them actually said yes, which doesn't always happen here in Central Nebraska. Sometimes we get forgotten. It's not a surprise there, but it's really cool of them to be able to come down, and they're going to host that on Friday. So that'll be at the One Box Convention Center, and there's a list, I think, of those who have declared. Only 2, I think, were not able to attend because of other obligations. So really cool. That's coming up, and there's some information on Sandhills Express regarding that. If you want to attend just that part of it, just the panel, I know it is $10. I can't remember off the top of my head what time it is, but all that information's on local news on our website.
All right. Very good. Good neighbor, bro, best friend. Do you have any questions for these two gentlemen?
I don't think so, except I guess we do need to emphasize what you're going to present tonight. It won't be on the radio. The only way to access it will be on Facebook.
Yep, on
YouTube
Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter.
Okay.
It is available, and it's non-sponsored. There's nothing driving behind it. We just feel that everyone should be more informed, and Gavin came to me and said, hey, should we live stream one of these meetings leading up to this? And this kind of seemed like a good one because it's taking place in the school, and which I mean the very stage that they're going to be talking on would be right in the thick of the construction should this bond pass. So I think it'd be really interesting. And, you know, this is one. The other locations, they have kind of a virtual tour, basically, don't they? Whereas this one would maybe be more of an in-person tour, do you think?
So they're having 3 tours, basically. The one was on the 19th. The building tour will still be on the November 1st as well, 6 o'clock today. So kind of backing up here, they will have the tour starting at 6 o'clock today. They'll take the building tour, go through everything, kind of look over, and they'll talk about exactly visually so you can see it, exactly what changes will be made. And then on November 1st, they'll hold the tour at 5:30, still do the building tour. Everything will be like it will be tonight, but then they will have the community meeting at the Cobblestone. And so that's really the only differences, but it'll all be in person, which Emily had the opportunity to go to that one earlier this month and said that, you know, being able to actually see it and see the changes that the school wants to make with this bond is much more informative than trying to, you know, read our stories. I mean, well, we'll pat ourselves on the back. We do a pretty good job of trying to describe it, but, you know, seeing it in person and, as Jeremy said, being as informed as possible is really the big part here. And you know, that's something I would encourage anyone to do, is definitely attend the tours, watch the meeting online tonight if you would like, attend the one on November 1st, and then also visit buildbotogether.com. That has so much information on it. And, you know, that's what we're here for. We just want to get that information out there so you can make whatever decision you want. You know, we're not trying to sway you one way or the other. For us, it doesn't matter. We're just here to get the information out, and, you know, those are the best avenues to get that info.
All right. I don't know if you know this or not. This is the day where you can allow an employee at the workplace to be cranky without any repercussions. So it's National Cranky Employee Day for one person on your staff.
Oh, really? It's not for everybody?
I don't believe so.
You have to designate one person from your employment team who can be cranky?
Wow, you just uncap this person's cranky potential, huh?
It's okay to be cranky for one employee at your place of work today.
Oh.
Not everybody can be cranky,
just one person.
Whoever really feels they need to be cranky.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But remember, as that story indicated, don't humor them, because they usually like to wallow in their self-pity while they're cranky.
Yeah, right.
So don't mess that up.
Do we even want to go down that road of who we would allow to be cranky around here?
Well, let's just say it's one of the witches. We'll take a time. We'll take a time out.
A1 Auto in Arnold now offers alignments. Is your vehicle pulling to the left or right? Are you noticing uneven or rapid wear on your tires? Maybe your steering wheel is crooked when you're driving straight down the road. These are all signs that your alignment isn't correct on your vehicle. Let A1 Auto in Arnold help you save lots of money on changing tires too often by getting your alignment dialed in. Go see them soon in Arnold or give them a ring to make an appointment. 308-848-2542. A1 Auto in Arnold, now offering alignments.
Milwaukee Tools have led the industry in both durability and performance with a focus on providing innovative trade-specific solutions. You can get your Milwaukee Tools at Mills Hardware in Arnold, your top Milwaukee dealer in the area, offering over 72 feet of Milwaukee tools and accessories. Serving the area for over the last 23 years, open 8 to 6, Monday to Saturday, Mills Hardware in Arnold.
There's a place that's shaped by more than county lines and state borders. It's a place we call home, where moments are shared, where communities are strengthened, and life's special memories happen right here. No matter what home is to you, we're the local bank that can help you make the most of it, because we're more than a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
947. I need to clarify here, Brent.
Oh, you need to clarify. Okay.
Because I don't want people to misinterpret what I was saying there. That's something that's always bad in radio.
Yeah.
The trunk or treat, the girls have been looking forward to for a long time here at the station. They've been talking and planning and buying candy and talking costumes for a long time.
Yes. Yeah. We the girls here always go down and represent KCNI KBBN in the trunk or treat, and they like to dress up when they go down to the square.
Yeah, and they're going to be witches.
Yes, some of you may remember the movie Hocus Pocus. I want to say it was maybe even a Disney film. I know Bette Midler was one of the stars in that. And so that's kind of the theme for Trunk or Treat for KCNI KBBN is Hocus Pocus. And I think Kristen, Shannon, and Christy are going to dress up like the characters in the movie Hocus Pocus, I think.
Yes, and my comment is that if someone wants to have the privilege of being grumpy today, it would probably be one of the witches.
And you were referring to them dressing up like witches for Trunk or Treat.
Right.
Yes.
Right. I wouldn't have ever implied any different. That would not have been I would never do that.
No, I know you wouldn't. Thanks for clarifying.
Well, I thought it better. Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership is looking for some good help that you could, apply for. And here's the information that Brent has.
Yeah, they're looking for an individual to work as a grant writer. Now, this would be in Loop City. This is a full-time, 40-hour-per-week position. Some great benefits come with the job. You must have a high school diploma or equivalent. They would prefer somebody with an associate's or bachelor's degree in journalism, creative writing, or marketing. You must have a valid Nebraska driver's license, previous office experience, and proven creative writing ability. You would be preparing federal, state, and local grant proposals and seek new funding sources, including fundraising possibilities and expansion of current funding. If you need an application, just contact CNCAP at 308-745-0780. Extension is 0. You can also go to their website and apply, and that is simply centralnebraskacap.com.
Thank you, Brent Apperson, and thanks to all those businesses today that we've heard from on the show that helped us with coverage of the cross-country meet last Friday, and all the businesses who help us with all our sports broadcasts. It's phenomenal. It's just crazy, the support that's out there for the kids and as a result, for the radio station to bring it to you. Now, Friday is going to be a busy day. One of the reasons what's the opposite of a witch? What's a guy?
I don't know.
Warlock?
A warlock?
I think
know.
it's a warlock.
Okay.
So none of the warlocks here are going to be available for Trunk or Treat because there's 3 football games going on. And you want to run that down real quick?
Yeah, sure can. This is what we're going to be doing on Friday. We're going to start the day in Thetford, where Sand Hills Thetford will play in the Class D2 state playoffs. They're going to host Meade in Thetford. And we're going to do a live video stream of that for you that you can watch on our media platforms, which include our Facebook page, YouTube page, and also our Twitter feeds. And as Jeremy mentioned earlier, one of the easiest ways to access that is to just go to sandhillsexpress.com, and you'll see a little up at the top, it'll say live or live stream. Just click on that. Or you can go to sandhillsexpress.com and /live, and it takes you right to the page that'll get you on either of those platforms to view the game on Friday. And then we do provide play-by-play on that too, so we want to let you know that.
Yep.
And then later on Friday, we'll be in Myrna, where Anselmo Myrna will take on Stanton, and we'll broadcast that for you on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com. And then Broken Bow will host Pierce in the Class C1 state football playoffs. That game is also kicking off at 6, and we will broadcast that like we always do for Broken Bow football on KCNI 96.3 FM and KCNI1280.com. And a lot of other area teams will be competing too. Ansley, Litchfield, and Mullen in a great area matchup In Class D2, we wish both of them the best. SEM qualified for the six-man football playoffs, so congratulations to them. Just real exciting to see all of the area teams that are still playing in the postseason, whether it be for volleyball or football, and it's a real honor and privilege to go out and cover some of that for you.
Sure is. So that's the schedule, and tonight we have a huge volleyball match for you with the Huskers. I think that starts pregame 7:30 and first serve at 8 tonight on KBBN.
Yeah. Nebraska will take on Wisconsin, two of the major powers in the conference and in the nation. Should be just a great match. Usually is now when those two get together. So you can check it out tonight on KBBN 95.3 FM. As Dave mentioned, coverage on the Huskers radio network will start at 7:30 tonight.
Question.
Yeah.
What's a daddy warlock?
A what?
Haven't you ever heard of a daddy warlock?
No, I haven't. I haven't. I don't know. No idea. What are you doing? Oh, going to the intercom. Okay.
This is Christy.
Oh.
Yeah, Christy, are guys, what's a guy witch? Is that a warlock?
I don't know. I don't know too much about witches.
But you're going to be one.
I know.
What's a daddy warlock?
I don't know. I can Google it for you.
You're a pretty fast Googler, are you?
Yeah, that's all I do is just Google it.
See if there's a daddy warlock, or just
was it? I thought. Oh no, I don't know. I think a warlock is like a wizard.
Oh, well, what's a witch? A man witch?
Man witch, that's that stuff you make with ground beef. That's what a man witch is.
Sandwich. So men are sandwiches.
The masculine name for a witch.
Oh.
Could be words like wizard and warlock.
Oh, there you go. You were right on, Dave.
Wow.
And I suppose the daddy warlock is kind of like the main man, the king of the men.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow. Thanks, Christy.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Bye. You get it all right here on The Breakfast Show, information that you can use.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, you bet.
All right, we're going to hit the old reel-to-reel to get on out of here.
Oh, good.
Now,
what are we going to play to end the show?
All right. See if you remember this one. Michael Penn, This and That?
Nah, no idea.
Doesn't ring a bell with me either.
No. I might recognize it when you start playing it, but...
Yeah, if it's really bad, what are we going to do? I mean...
And that's the thing about radio. There's what we call the fade. we can just fade it out if we don't like it.
We're going to play it off the reel because rock is real right here on KBBN.